So Netanyahu has made a career of dividing and conquering his political foes, of pitting one against the other. His coalition, instead of being two partners of 32 seats, became 32 for Likud, and four parties that are more or less similar or smaller than Gantz, which means that Bibi can then leverage them and say, if you don't listen, if you don't abide, I would love to be with you, but I have Gantz on the other side saying XYZ. Now, what's the purpose of this discussion? Why am I sending this message? Is for Russia. Russia just suffered a terrible terrorist attack, which politically Netanyahu has to use to his advantage against the United States. What am I talking about? Israel has been presented with the opportunity to alleviate the pressure and the chokehold of the United States. Everyone knows Putin runs with an iron fist. He's not Israel's ideological partner. However, don't faint, Israelis. Don't faint, American Jews. The United States is also no longer Israel's ideological partner. The United States and the West are humanist. They cannot accept the idea of a Jewish democracy with a Muslim minority. It goes against their principles. Countries, under their logic, must be of all of their citizens. Russia and China, for that matter, they don't have an ideology. They are interested in competing with the United States for the role of superpower, for resources in the world. They don't care about the Palestinians. They don't care about Muslims. The reason why they stood strong against Israel, China and Russia stood strong against Israel this time in this conflict, was because Bibi ran into the arms of Biden on day one. He ran to Biden, he ran left, even the aircraft carriers. The two aircraft carriers that came, every Israeli, people around the world said, wow, the United States is here to save Israel. What a great friend. Now, we have a talk on this in detail, but in short, the point is, those aircraft carriers were not for Israel. You don't need an aircraft carrier to deter Iran sitting next to Israel. It should sit in Hormuz. You don't need an aircraft carrier to defend against Hezbollah and Hamas, who have zero aircraft, zero helicopters, zero planes, zero tanks. They don't need the aircraft. You don't need the aircraft to fight the Houthis even as well. All the neighbors have been able to shoot down what the Houthis send. Jordan, Saudi, not relevant. The point is this. Russia and China are not against Israel as an ideology. Russia and China have turned a hard line against Israel because Israel turned to the United States. And now as the United States chokes Israel and manipulates Israel and does not let Israel operate, one means to alleviate that is to lean towards Russia. How do you do that with what just happened? You send a delegation. You voice public support. It's a counter-terror issue. You note all the similarities. You go find Hillary Clinton's big red button and you push it again. Not because you love Russia and China, and Russia and China will know that. Only to show that the United States does not have complete control over Israel. And the United States is not the only player. And this way, the same way that we discussed that Bibi can manipulate and can leverage his political foes and even his political partners one against the other, so too he should be able to do against the United States using Russia and using China.